Good evening, how's your day been? Welcome back to Gooner Fanzine TV. We're in the shadows of the London Stadium after Arsenal's 3-1 victory over West Ham on Monday evening. Dan the Man Mountain has just come from the press box. We're going to have a chat about Freddie and post-match reaction. Dan, first of all, how was Freddie?
Oh, well, upbeat as you'd expect.
Yeah.
I think we all are, aren't we? So, yeah, he wasn't pleased with the first half performance. I don't think anyone was, but he was delighted with the second half display.
Yeah.
He said, the first half display is the kind of performance you expect when players are low on confidence, but he said they went at half time and he just said to them, just go and have a go. That's what they did, followed his instructions, and look what happened, won, finally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was really pleased with the second half, with how clinical they were and, how direct they were in their play. So, yeah, really pleased.
Oh, from the Arsenal fans' point of view, obviously me and Serge are in the away end, you're in the press box. Those 9 minutes from sort of the 60th
mad
minute.
9 minutes.
Mad 9 minutes from 60th to 69th minute. That was incredible. I mean, what did Freddie say about that?
Well, he just said, the players followed my instructions and they went out and they showed what they can do. And, they were clinical in front of the goal. He was really pleased with that. He was pleased with how direct they were and, how well they played football in the final third. Obviously, at 9 minutes, just showed what they can do. So, yeah, he was delighted, and rightfully so.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a word on Martinelli. You've just got the first goal for Arsenal.
Yeah, he spoke about Martinelli. He was obviously asked about him. He said, he's a young kid who's come to a big club like Arsenal, and he took his chance tonight and, was really pleased to see him get a goal, and he was delighted with how hard he worked and how well he did in the final third. And he spoke about how promising he is as a player. We've seen that in his performances in the cup competitions, brought that into the Premier League tonight on his full Premier League debut. He was brilliant. Yes, Freddie was really pleased with him. Obviously, spoke about how much promise he has, and hopefully we'll see more of him in the future.
Fantastic. And a word about Pepe as well. I thought he did really well today. Obviously got a goal as well.
Yeah, Pepe was brilliant. It's his best performance in an Arsenal shirt, apart from probably that final few minutes against Vittoria in the Europa League. But yeah, Freddie was also really pleased with him. He said, he's obviously come with a big fee, a lot of expectation on his shoulders. He's come from the French league to the Premier League, which Freddie described as the best league in the world, the most intense, the one that's played at the highest tempo, and he's correct. And, he said, there's a lot of expectation with the fee or whatever, and we just had to be patient, and that was the kind of performance that people want to see, and Freddie was really pleased with him as well. So, good all round, really.
Absolutely. It was a cracking goal as well, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant goal, yeah. I mean, just took it really well, one touch out of his feet on his left foot, right in the corner. Nice, brilliant. And obviously set up the one for Aubameyang as well.
Absolutely.
The kind of performance we've been expecting, about time it's come, but hopefully we'll see more of that in the future.
Absolutely. And was he asked about Aubameyang, Arsenal's captain?
No, he wasn't, but I think he was key in that 9 minutes, wasn't he? Set up one and scored one. Freddie was just really pleased with the attacking display, and obviously Aubameyang, falls under that bracket. So
absolutely. Just in terms of Kieran Tierney, obviously went off with what looked like a serious injury. Was there an update?
Well,
on
it was obviously a couple of downsides tonight. The injuries. He was asked about Bellerin and Tierney. Obviously, Bellerin was named in the starting 11, then dropped out before the game started. Ainsley Maitland-Niles took his place. Freddie said he felt his hamstring in the warm up, and just as a precaution, he didn't play. He was full of praise for Maitland-Niles as well. He said, he's been out in the cold for a while and he's come back in and done really well tonight, so he's pleased with him. As for Tierney, not good news. He said, he doesn't know exactly what's gone wrong with his shoulder. He said it was a shoulder injury, I think, as we could all see. It looked dislocated to me, but obviously we'll have to wait and see what is said. He also said he's gone to hospital, so that's quite a big concern for Arsenal. Hopefully he won't be out for too long, but it did look bad.
It did. It certainly looked bad from the way in as well. Obviously there's no time frame at the moment, but he's gone to hospital.
He's gone to hospital, Freddie confirmed that. He didn't say, he just said, he wasn't quite sure what happened. He's gone to hospital, so we'll find out tomorrow, I assume. Okay.
Just in terms of first half performance, we obviously want to be really positive.
Of course,
but that first half performance wasn't very good.
No, it wasn't, no.
What did Freddie say about that?
Well, he said, it was what you kind of expect from a team that's really low on confidence. And they didn't play how he wanted or how we'd asked them to play. But he was really pleased with the response in the second half, and that they followed what he'd asked and they played football how he wanted them to play it. And they were obviously really clinical in front of goal. So, as you say, first half wasn't great. It was pretty dreadful. Poor defending for their opening goal. But, positives. Second half was superb. Probably the best performance Arsenal put in all season, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Just in terms of Bert Leno, he obviously got Arsenal's Player of the Month. Another good display. Did Freddie mention him at all?
No, but I thought, another good performance from him.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll come on to the player ratings, but another solid display, and rightfully one Player of the Month, because he's the only one who's kind of really stood up and made themselves counted, hasn't he? So
absolutely. And obviously Ozil played again today. No sort of, I can't imagine there's too much focus on him, but at the same time, was Freddie asked about him just out of interest?
No, he wasn't, but move centrally, and he played better tonight for me.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, definitely. Just in terms of atmosphere, obviously Serge and me, so we were in the away end. I've practically lost my voice from the celebrations.
Sounds like
a good old sing song. It was brilliant, really enjoyable tonight. But was Freddie asked about the fans tonight or anything?
No, he wasn't. But he did talk about his love for the club. He was asked about his future, which we'll come on to in a sec, I assume. But yeah, he really reiterated his love for the club, and I think the away fans played a big part tonight, and really showed him and the players some love right at the end, which is brilliant to see.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a real bond between the players and the fans when they all came over at the end.
Well, the away fans were always superb. I tweeted this during the game. They're always really vocal and they always make themselves heard.
Yeah.
The atmosphere often gets criticised at the Emirates, but you can't criticise the away support. It's superb. Singing throughout. Yeah. Really got the team over the line in the end. So yeah, credit to them.
Fantastic. And obviously, in terms of Freddie's future, there's been a lot of players mentioned, former players, managers, big names, former Arsenal men. Was he asked about that at all?
Yeah, he was. It was quite a short answer. So he basically said, he was asked, what's been the talk about your future? You talk to the management team, people like Layth, Edu, and he said, I speak to Edu a lot. Obviously former teammate. We talk about football all the time, but I've just been told to take it on a day-to-day basis, a game-to-game basis. He just said, I love this club, and I want to do well now, and I want to turn things around. I want to help this club because it means so much to him. Yeah. So yeah, wasn't very clear on what's going to happen, but I think a big step for him tonight and the team, and it's good to hear someone so vocal and honest about their love for Arsenal. It was massive for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Just one final question, just in terms of Freddie's sartorial watch to keep Paul Scholes happy. What was he wearing tonight?
Well, he had the club suit on again, he had the jumper on underneath. So it seems he's just trying to stick it to Paul Scholes. Obviously, the result tonight will certainly help him do that. But
fantastic.
Why does it matter? Paul Scholes. Doesn't matter, mate. Sorry.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Thank you so much to Dan the Man coming straight from the press box after Arsenal's fantastic 3-1 victory over West Ham. Let us know what you think. You've heard Dan's reaction about Freddie. Who do you think should take charge? Should Freddie need a longer time? Do you want him to have a longer time? I can tell you, I certainly want him to have a long time. I love Freddie. But what do you think? You've heard our say. Like, comment, share. Thank you so much to all our new subscribers. We're growing every day. So if you're watching this now, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share from the shadows of the London Stadium. Dan's just come straight from the press box. So brilliant. Come on, the Arsenal.
Once again, the world's longest outro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've got to stop that.
You waffle. Too much waffle.
Too much waffle. Yeah, go on. You do your.